The topic for today's video gets me really worked up. There are so many people in the Muslim community who are still opting for haram investments. They either don't know any better, don't care, think it's all just the same, or think that there's somehow more hassle involved. In this video, I am going to break down exactly why each of these viewpoints is completely wrong. But first, let's actually define what halal investing is that we're talking about. Halal investing is investing in anything that is not made haram by the Sharia. So that means trading in haram goods like alcohol is obviously out, riba or interest is also out, gambling is out, and anything with excessive uncertainty around it is also out. But that still leaves a vast array of assets that Muslims can invest in. Stocks and shares, Islamic bonds called sukuk, real estate, startups, Sharia compliant lending, gold, art, the list goes on and on.
I didn't know anything about halal investing. I didn't even know it was a thing.
It is very much a thing. You have a galaxy of companies out there now offering halal options such as Yielders, hsbc Amanah Fund, Wealth Simple, Pension B, Wahid Invest, ifg.vc and many others. At IslamicFinanceGuru.com, we have a halal investment platform that just lists everything in one place so you can compare and contrast easily. We know it was a real headache before to find and vet good halal investments, but now there really isn't an excuse on this front. Finding, analyzing and investing into a halal investment is now super easy. And halal investing is actually profitable and lucrative. You're getting the same or sometimes even better returns by going for the halal option. So why wouldn't you?
Brother, I don't care. Allah forgives.
But does Allah forgive you if you own shares in a tobacco or alcohol company? Your investments are 100% going to be in some haram things if you've just chosen the default option in your pension or, for example, any of the other investments that you've made in a mainstream fund. Even if it's an ethical fund. Your investments will be in gambling companies, BAE Systems that makes military equipment that's used in lots of wars against Muslims, tobacco, pork, entertainment companies, etc. So the same people who are protesting against the war were funding that war with their money. How absurd is that? Your money is earning interest. If your money is just sat in the bank account, it is doing something. It is earning interest. And that interest is coming from somewhere. Some poor sod somewhere is in overdraft or paying credit card fees. But more perniciously, you're supporting the institution of interest. The banks are allowed to create 97% of our money supply. And that means to pay back all the debt in the world, more debt needs to be created. So we're contributing to this never-ending cycle of debt where the poorest, such as us Muslims, will become worse off. And of course, there's the very small matter of Allah and His Messenger declaring war against someone who takes interest. The same people who will shout at you if you offer them pork will happily buy a burger bought from haram meat and eat that. In reality, there isn't actually any difference.
But Ibrahim, isn't this all just the same as mainstream investing?
Firstly, to reiterate my previous point, no, investing in an alcohol company is not the same as investing in a halal company. Secondly, this is just the lazy way out. Most people who say, isn't it all just the same, haven't even bothered actually checking into this and make this defense of their actions almost reflexively. Thirdly, your money will leave the Muslim community and help other communities. All the money we make, we promptly pump it straight back out of our community. So all the profit accumulates elsewhere. What do I mean by that? Well, when we decide to use a mainstream conglomerate that is doing the same thing as a Wahid, we're giving the mainstream conglomerate our money instead of Wahid. And what is the result of that? The result is long term, there are no large companies on the public stock exchange that are truly successful and Muslim. So in effect, all our hard-earned cash is just helping everyone outside of our community get richer. Think of it another way. We complain about the Saudis and how they're investing all of their money into mainstream companies in the US. We are no different in any way, shape or form. We do the same thing. But it doesn't have to be that way. For example, investing via ifg.vc, you will invest in Muslim and minority founders doing amazing things. Investing via qardus, you'll get solid returns while helping small and medium-sized Muslim businesses get the halal loans that they need to grow. And there are many other options.
But it's all just too much hassle for me to find halal investments, Ibrahim.
No, it's not. We've made it super simple for you. Download your halal investment checklist and then go on the halal investment platform. And if you get really stuck, book in a free 10-minute call with me. All the links to these things are in the description below. And remember, not investing is not the safe option or the hassle-free option, because we live in a boom-bust, never-ending debt cycle, and that means inflation. And inflation means you are losing money if you do nothing. So you work for 10 years and lose around 1 to 2% per annum just from inflation. That means over 10 years, you'll lose around 20 to 25% by doing nothing. That's not hassle-free in my books. So there you have it, folks. That's why you should really care about halal investing. And if you've ever come across anyone who's come up with the views that we've discussed today, please do share this video with them. Halal investing is commercially a good idea for Muslims these days. It's religiously and spiritually, of course, a much better idea. And it's super straightforward and easy to do as well. So there's no excuse, guys. Finally, if you've benefited and enjoyed this video, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And also hit the bell notification icon. It takes a lot of time and effort to make these videos, so we really appreciate your support. Please do comment below as well if you've heard any other arguments from people about why they don't go for halal investing. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.